G'day, Leon here from Sparesbox. So you may have seen we've got this MR2, lovely barn find, original condition and original paint. So perfect candidate for a good cut and polish, which is one of the reasons why I do like buying white or just like flat coloured cars, you know, non-metallic cars, because you can polish them up. They look $1 million. I mean, this is never going to be perfect. It's not a concourse car. You can see it here. It's like a lot of oxidation on the paint. I don't even think it's even been hardly washed in the last 10 years. So I've given it a bit of a wash. Paint does not bead at all. There's not one bead on this car. Extremely flat. So today we're going to give it sort of a two-stage polish, and then I'll give it a bit of a hit with the ceramic coating as well, and see how it comes up. We're going to do it on the bonnet. We're going to use the Meguiar's range to do it, and we're going to do a sort of side-by-side test. So hopefully we'll see quite a good comparison between the before and the after. All right, so we've got the Meguiar's range. So we've got the Ultimate Compound. That's going to do our sort of heavy-duty cutting. We're going to use an orbital buffer as well. So that's hopefully going to take a bit of the arm work out of it, not like the old days. So that's stage one. Then we're going to move to stage two, which is the polish, and that's going to give a nice fine polish, get rid of the swirl marks, and really bring up the luster in the paint. So we're going to do that. To do that, we've got a few different Meguiar's 6-inch 150mm cutting discs. This one's a cutting disc. It's a bit more coarse on the foam. Velcro just goes onto the orbital polisher, and then I've got a polishing disc as well. And this one here is a slightly finer foam, so that's going to bring up the polish and just get the paint nice and glossy. I've also got a couple of hand applicators. I love these things. So that's for all the hard to get areas down on the weird angles and those types of things. Even though it's a small car, that's quite angular, so there's lots of hidden bits. I love these things because you can use them, chuck them in the wash, reuse them, they last ages. So these are good for all sorts of different applications. And then I'm going to hit it with the ceramic wax. And I use this, you may have seen on my Merc last time, and it came up like phenomenally well, goes on super easy. I'll use one of the applicators for that as well, but this stuff's awesome, makes it bead like crazy. I've also got the Meguiar's two-stage headlight restoration kit. So this I'm going to do like the side repeaters, rear tail lights, that type of thing. I mean, these are glass, I think, in here, so they don't need it, but all the plastic lenses I'll do. So it's got a coating kit, it's got a polishing kit in here as well. So that's the cutting compound, and it's got the polishing and cutting discs as well. So a good little kit. Makes life easy. You can do later model, you know, 90s and on perspex polycarbonate, headlights and those types of things, and just bring them up, get that luster. They get a bit hazed and yellowed and a bit oxidized. So that's what we're going to do. We'll start with the bonnet, do a bit of before and after, and see if we can see how well it comes up. So I've just loaded up the pad with some of the compound, and now I'm just going to hit it with the orbital polisher. Now, I'm no car detailing expert, but I'm pretty sure on this paint, can't make it much worse, so shouldn't be too bad. And the good thing about the orbital, it's pretty idiot proof, so let's hope that's the case. Oh, better come up. All right, so I'm just going to wipe off the cutting phase. I could already see it's made a big improvement. So I've used the DA polisher for the most of it, and then I've just used the hand one for the more delicate areas. I'm just using this Meguiar's microfiber to take it off. So I have a look in the light, you can see when the oxidization's sort of been lifted and the colours coming through. So now I'm going to switch to the Meguiar's polishing disc, which, as I mentioned before, has a smoother foam, and I'm going to use it with the polishing compound here, the polish, and that will basically give a softer buff. I'm going to put it on, just velcros on and off the DA polisher, and then we'll go over it the same steps that we've done before. I put this ceramic wax, and I have used this before, it's a brand new product. Like, it's phenomenal, so easy to put on, wipes off, beads like crazy. So I think this is going to be the final touch on this car and make like a 32, 33-year-old car look $1 million, even though its paint is pretty sad in original state. So let's put this on with my faithful applicator. Even smells good. Everything Meguiar's does smells good. I think it's like a sort of addictive quality they put into all their products, but it works a treat. It smells amazing. So this goes on really thin, a lot thinner than you probably expect. It doesn't leave a haze or anything like that. You do sort of give it a buff, but it definitely doesn't go on thick. If you just see it in the light, you can just see it going on. And I did clean it before with the cloth, which you may have seen, and just to give a nice clean quality, you want to get all the buffing compound off. You don't want to put this on top of the buffing compound. It's going to bead like crazy. So we've let that cure for like about 5 minutes, and now I've buffed it off here with my microfiber towel. So basically, probably as good as it's going to get with what I'm looking to do. You can already see a massive color contrast, which is good. I'm going to spray some water on here, and we should be able to see the beading from the ceramic wax, which is pretty insane. All right, cool. So we're going to go starting here. I'm going to spray on the old paint. Now you can see here it doesn't bead. The water just comes together like straight away. Doesn't really run, just sort of sits on the surface. Chamoising it was hard. You can see the droplets aren't really well formed. Now we're going to go over here on the ceramic coat side, and the beading is just insane. Can you see it here? Look at that. And you can see it just rolls off. Look at the quality of the bead. It's phenomenal. All right, so hopefully you've seen, with a little bit of effort, a bit of elbow grease, and just some time and patience really, you can get an awesome job with some simple products and make your ride look $1 million, even if the paint's old and a bit crusty like this one. I'm sure a lot of you have better paint than this, so you get a much better job. Definitely worth the effort. As always, jump on sparesbox.com.au, grab all the products you've seen here today and get polishing.